get your dome pushed back.
Lawson
Them other
family.
cats are running with my own wolf pack. Running like you's a dog and get your dome pushed back. Get your dome pushed back. Get your dome pushed back.
You already know it is your boy Wolfpack Old Pont, and I'm back with another video, man. Hey, listen, as you guys know, 2K19 is officially garbage, it's trash. Showing you my badges and all that stuff like I usually do, attributes, badges and stuff, before I get into the gameplay and tell you more about 2K20 and what I'm deciding to do and why I'm deciding to do it. This year, man, I don't know what it is, bro, but as far as this month, like the end of this month, bro, this game has just been ugh. Like, I don't want to play it anymore, man. I'm just over it. I'm ready for 2K20. It's right around the corner next week. But we gonna definitely get into that. This gameplay, I think I actually played a post scoring point forward, like just like me. So I wanted to like test him. I wanted to see if he was good. He was trash. Not everybody. That just goes to say, not everybody that has my build is gonna be as good as me or whatever, you know. And that's what's gonna happen next year. Anybody that makes my build, I don't think you're gonna just be as good as me. I mean, if you're good, you're good, but nobody plays how I play. Now back on topic. 2K20, man. As far as the pie charts go, I'm not gonna really choose 100% what I'm gonna make yet. But yes, I do have a few ideas. Like, it's either I'd make like a 2-guard and it'll be a shooter, or I'll make a, you know, I actually seen some shit where I could actually make a small forward 6'8" or 6'7" and I'll be fine. I don't need an 86 ball control or higher to dominate. That's one thing about me. So if I have to give my player some height and some weight or whatever, you know, some arms, like length on his arms, etc., and it takes a low toll on the offense, then it is what it is. Whether it's a 75 ball control, 76, I can definitely work with that. You know what I'm saying? I did it this year. This player right here only had a 75 ball control. Speed with ball was like a 73. It was trash. So I mean, I worked with this build OD, and people didn't even know if I had an 80 plus ball control or not. Can't speed boost only if I'm in takeover or close to it. You know. So I just feel like I like to be different, and I like to make players, like I've told y'all in the past, that can do pretty much everything. I don't like having players that can only do one thing. It becomes one-sided, and it just becomes garbage. Like, I can make a shooter, you know, I might actually make a shooter because I figured out a shooter that I can pretty much do everything all around, you know. Maybe not dunk as well, but I could definitely finish. I could fade, I could shoot.
Come on, bro.
Like I could make sure I could dribble a little bit, like at least a tier 1 dribble with all of the regular, you know, size ups and basic shit. Like NBA player wise, like I don't need elite moves to dominate. That's what I'm trying to explain. I never have, you know. But you guys, you know, you just let me know in the comment section, like, what builds you have in mind or what builds you plan on making for 2K20. I'm not saying I'm gonna steal your idea. You leave your build or not, I'm just gonna pay attention to what you gonna make and then give you my advice on why I feel like you should do this or whatever. Or even in a few weeks, or no, even in a week or a day, or a few days or so, excuse me, you'll definitely see different builds that maybe you can dominate with. Because when the game drops, I'm gonna definitely go through. I'm gonna just go through the stats and pie charts and heights and weight and all of that stuff and wingspan, and I'm gonna just compare and contrast different builds. And for all my bigs out there, listen, I know most of my videos is mainly about guards or small forwards, but for the bigs that's out there, I could even look through a few big builds, and then I might drop a video on different builds that I done looked at, and maybe I done found something for some bigs out there. But like I said, I'd rather drop a video on those type of things when the actual game drops. Yes, I made a bunch of different players on both of my different accounts, bro. Like, so I definitely figured out what works for me with the pie chart that they gave us. You know, I don't want to drop a video and say, oh, I got the best build, or oh, I got this, and I'm just playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's the best build. Maybe it could be the best build for me, but it might not be the best build for you, realistically. So realistically, when the game drops, I'll probably, you know, I'll definitely go through different archetypes, and I'll just make a video. Like, I'll look at the pie charts and say, hey man, this might be something right here, or this might be something over there, and then you guys can go ahead and you can screenshot or whatever, or take some advice on what badges to get, etc., and what player you want to make, whether it's an inside player, outside player, or more of a balanced player like a lockdown or a shot creator, or whatever it is, man. Listen, I just really hope for the most part that 2K20 has more of a skill gap, though. That's what I'm more concerned about. I want everybody to have fun, and I want Park to definitely be lit again, you know, because Park this year was trash. Everybody was running. It was a road to 99. So hopefully, because they switched the system back to how it used to be with Superstar and all of that stuff, that people will take it serious, you know, like they'll actually try to hoop instead of just sitting in my career all the time, and actually come to Park and actually do something. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to sit there and see a 99 overall. Not saying that I care, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you hit 99, you hit 99. I had 2 95s and 2 rebirths and like 12 player, like a total of like 12 players that I done made this year, you know? But for people that hit 99, it's like, it was cool, but y'all didn't really grind. Like, y'all grinded in my career, granted, but who did y'all really beat besides computers? You know what I'm saying? You're not really pulling up on people in the park. And then 9 times out of 10, when they do pull up, these 99s and 98s and 97s, they're trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how 99s is supposed to be. They're supposed to be good. But you want a build that might be good, or could be definitely dominant as hell, and you don't even know how to play like that, and you just run from other people. Or it's like amateurs, or even not even just amateurs, elite 3s that's in the park running from me, and I'm an elite 3. Like, we're both elite 3s. Why you running from me? Shouldn't matter what build I have out. Like, especially at the end of the year, there should be no reason why anybody's running from anybody. It's really no point. Just play. Like, that's what I did. Like, I haven't been on 2K19 in a few days now, because I played like probably 3 days ago or 2 days ago. But like, 2K19 is dead, bro. So like, it's just, it don't feel, I don't even be having fun on it no more, because you know 2K20 is right there, you know, like. But nobody wants to be in a park, especially when the game first drops or whatever. And me, I'm the type of person that actually be hooping and getting my overall up, etc. And I'll be about my business in the beginning of the year. I don't want people running from me when I'm like the first of like one of the select few that hit like 93 or 95 in a few days or so. Yes, I work, you know what I'm saying? I work, but granted, I definitely be hooping, and that's why my players be repping up how they rep up. And it's like, I don't want to have to do certain things, like sit here and hit 93 or 94 or 95, and then people are running from me. You know, like, I want you to play me. We should all want to play. You should all want to play. It's a virtual video game. Why are you running from me? And be the same people in 2K community posting saying that they good and everybody else is trash, etc. Man, I don't even want to beef. I don't want no beef this year. I just want to have fun. I want to enjoy 2K20, man. The thing that's difficult for me is I like to do a little bit of everything. So it's like, should I just go one of the shooters that could, you know, like on some sharp shot shit, like on a shooter like that can do pretty much everything and be a little solid, you know, like maybe have a little height to myself so I don't have to be getting bullied, because I'm not about to be on no little guard. Listen, for y'all little guards out there, respect out to y'all. But me, every year, I kind of refuse to be little, especially now, because most people, what they do they try to manipulate the game as much as they can. So with that being said, they'll try to run 3 bigs. They'll try to run 2 bigs on the 2s, 3 bigs on 3s. Try to run like 5 different big players in a rack or whatever. So just to be on the safe side, that's why I usually hit like a small forward type of build. No matter what I do, I usually try to go like a small forward type of build so I could just be in the middle, be balanced. Because don't get me wrong, you as a little guard, I know I could eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I could eat and be a raw bucket on a little point guard, which is cool, but I like to contribute on both sides of the ball, dog. It's not just a one-sided game. Defense wins games, and if you can get stops, whether if it's a big player or whatever, if you can get stops on your player, I feel like that's the player, you know? Me personally, I'm not saying make a lockdown for y'all no-skill niggas out there that really need help, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying make a build that pretty much balances you to where you're not really limited. Like, you can have limitations, but nobody wants to be completely limited to where, oh damn, if I'm wide open, I can't shoot. I want you to leave me open on my post scoring point forward. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That's one reason why I really love this build for this year and for 2K18, because people tend to just leave builds like that open. People just be lazy on defense. Me, when I play defense, believe it or not, I don't even leave anybody open. I don't. I feel like there's no point. When you guard somebody, you play everybody kind of different, but you still never want to leave anybody open, because that just proves your defense is trash. You're scared to get broke. Nah, I'm not scared for none of that. If you break me, you break me. But guess what? I'm going to still be with you for the most part, because my defense is like that. I want to be on a build where I'm harassing you on defense. Not a lockdown, once again, but on a build that's good enough to harass you just enough to get a stop or get a few stops from my team. Whether I get a rebound, whatever. Any of the little things count in this game, bro. Like I said, rebounds count, steals count, blocks count, a shot contest counts. So when you're canceling out all these other things just for some offense, yo, remember, if you trying to win, bro, you gonna need some defense on your side. I'm not saying go lockdown. If you go lockdown, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs a form of lockdown for some reason now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining, but because I be having like a form of a lockdown or something on my team. But me per se, I don't need a lockdown. Like, I don't need to make one. I'd rather make that build that balances itself out, where I could help on rebounds, like I said, help get some stops and get the dub. That's it. I want to get in and out there, man. You know what I'm saying? If it look fancy and it look cool, then it look cool and it look fancy. But I'm really there. I'm really here for the dubs, especially this year. I'm not playing this year, you know. Me and my homeboy Mac and everybody that's in my little Majin clan that we got, man, we're not playing this year. We definitely plan on hooping for 2K20, and you guys will definitely end up seeing a lot of different builds from us. Me, I'm shooting for like a max of 3 players this year, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what build I want to make. That's my only problem, because I done seen a few builds with the pie chart that they gave us that I like, but at the same time, I want to build that, like I said, I want to build that I'm be able to do a balance, a little bit of everything. And I might just have to be more of a dominant scorer, like a shooter, because I already have a legit point guard, but I still want to also have his back. You know, like if he needs somebody, like this year, my homeboy Mac, he ended up being a pure point forward, and I was a post point forward. So when we run into people in rec or in team, if they had a bunch of locks, we can literally switch up the offense where he'll bring up the ball and he'll run a few plays or run plays through first and second quarter, and then like maybe late in the fourth or the third, he'll have me bring up the ball. And he used to throw the defenses off because you're not really expecting me to bring the ball up. You're not expecting somebody to really run with 2 point guards. You're expecting somebody to run with pretty much 1. So if I could get something like that going again, where I could have his back on the point guard spot, like at the point guard spot, and we could like alternate and switch from the 2 to the 1 and all that, then I'll do that. You know, if I gotta take that, or if I gotta take a hit and just like take a little bit more off my dribbling, and like I said, have like maybe a 75 to 72 ball control and be more of a shooting archetype and get stops, then I'll do that. Whatever helps my team win this year the most, that's what I'm gonna make. And whatever build I feel like I'm least stiff on, like I feel like smooth on the controller, I want to be like that. I don't want to be on those stiff, big stretch, big, you know, like I don't got nothing against y'all stretches or y'all lockdowns, bro, but the movements on those builds is just not for me. I don't like moving like that. And I don't like playing like straight left analog stick offense like that shit. It just looks disgusting, you know. And on the twos this year, I hope it's not like how it was this year or the rest of the years or whatever. This year I feel like was probably one of the most toxic years on the twos, because people get so much bull crap, you get so much blow bys, etc. It's just too much dumb stuff, man. Especially when you run against a post scorer, whether they're trash or not. Post scorers, let me take that back. Literally, like, pure post scorers are people that had post scorers in the center spot, you know what I'm saying, or the power forward spot. It doesn't really take much skill because you can just force anything. That's the only thing I didn't really like this year. It was post scorers it was way too OP. It's not even a little. They were way too OP. They finish off of anything. Like, you can do the dumbest thing and dead hit with the post scorer. Once you get post scorer and take over on the twos, it's pretty much GG. There's nothing anybody can really do, especially if it's a center or power forward post scorer. You feel me? There's nothing they can do. You're just a bucket. Like, it's just too easy. Not saying I don't like easy, but I don't like to just take the easy way out all the time and be like everybody else. So like I said, this year, I want you guys to stay tuned. Pay attention to me, man. If y'all are one of them players that like to play on twos and hide behind screens and L2 cheese and use post scores and stretches only, hey man, more power to you. Type of player I'm gonna be this year, I'll probably use a few pick and rolls, pick and pops, whatever, but I'm trying to keep going with the ISO movement, because ISO never really let me down, realistically. And pretty much any 2K, when I learned how to do all these things and I learned how to ISO, it never really let me down, man. But with all that being said, man, I'm glad you guys watched the video. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, like, share, subscribe. Your boy is out. Peace.